Hello everybody and welcome to another video. I'm recording this one quite late at night because I was hoping it would be cooler, but it's not. I am still sweating my arse off. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at a song. I've actually had this song requested a lot before I went into the hotels and everything like that, before everything happened. I was getting asked for this song quite a lot. So it's about time, really, that I got around to it, and that is Hammerfall, the song Hector's Hymn. Now, I am familiar with the band Hammerfall. I have heard of them before, and I'm pretty sure I've heard some of their music before, but it was a very, very long time ago. Regardless, found out a little bit of information on the band for anybody who doesn't know. I mean, I didn't really know much about the band, really. I was just aware of them and their music. So Hammerfall is a Swedish power metal band from Gothenburg. The band was formed in 1993 by ex-Ceremonial Oath guitarist Oskar Droniak. Hammerfall was formed when Droniak quit Ceremonial Oath and invited Jesper Stromblad from Ceremonial Oath and In Flames to join him as a drummer in a new musical project. Droniak had already composed the song Steel Meets Steel, which was later included on Hammerfall's debut album. Droniak and Stromblad were later joined by lead guitarist Niklas Sundin, bassist Johan Larsson, and vocalist Mikael Stan. Sundin and Larsson later left Hammerfall the following year, and Glenn Ljungström, the guitarist of In Flames at the time, and Fredrik Larsson, the bassist of former Swedish death metal band The Dispatched, replaced them. All five members played in other bands at the time. Droniak and Larsson played in Crystal Age. Stromblad and Ljungström played in Flames, of course. And Stan sang for Dark Tranquillity, another band I'm familiar with. Both of these influenced Swedish melodic death metal. Hammerfall was relegated to being a side project for several years. Their concerts were limited mostly to local music contest named Rockslaget. The band had a few songs of their own and played mostly covers from bands such as Pretty Maids, Judas Priest and Alice Cooper. In 1996, Hammerfall reached the semi-finals of the Rockslaget Festival. When Mikael Stan could not perform with the band in the semi-finals, they found Joachim Kans, who agreed to play with them for the night. The concert was a success, although the judges disqualified Hammerfall for the finals. By the end of that day, Joachim had already been made an official member of the band. So there you go. There's a hell of a lot more information, but, you know, I need to limit what I upload here. So, anyway, as I said, we're going to be looking at a track called Hector's Hymn. Now, the subject of Hector seems to be quite a popular theme with power metal bands, because I know Manowar covered Hector in the Triumph of Steel album, I think it was, because they did, I think it was a 7-part piece at the beginning of the album which talked about Hector and stuff like that, and of course Hector being the Trojan prince, brother of Paris, who basically took Helen of Troy. So I imagine with this song being called Hector's Hymn, it'll possibly have something to do with that. I'm not entirely sure. I do have lyrics here, but I haven't actually read them. So yeah, we'll jump into this track and see what we've got. So Hector's Hymn by Hammerfall. Let's have a look. Pair of new rocks there. There we go. Hector's Hymn by Hammerfall. There's just something about power metal. I suppose that's why they call it power metal. It really gets you sort of revved up and sort of, you know, it's a very energetic kind of music. It's sort of like thrash and then some. And I've always been a little bit jealous of power metal vocalists because of the pitch in their voice, you know, the way they do those really quite high vocal styles. I've always been quite jealous of that because I cannot hit even anywhere close to that note, you know. So it's always something I've been very impressed by, and I do enjoy power metal from time to time. It's not really a go-to genre for me, but I do enjoy it. I mean, I do have a fair amount of power metal in my music collection, but it's not something I listen to very regularly, but I do still enjoy it. Now, the video, absolutely fantastic. That's another thing with power metal bands. They have some of the best artwork going on their albums and stuff like that. It looks amazing. All this sort of fantasy artwork, because there's that really, really famous artist that did all the cover work for Manowar, and I can't remember for the life of me the artist's name. But if I remember correctly, he did a lot of artwork for things like Conan and stuff like that. He's a very, very famous artist and absolutely outstanding. And again, you know, you saw throughout this video, there's a lot of artwork throughout the video, and it just looks great. You know, I really like that sort of fantasy style artwork. And again, something I'm very jealous of because I can't draw for bollocks. You know, I can't draw for shit. I'm terrible. I can draw, just badly. Anyway. As for the song itself, you know, Hector's Hymn, it does look like it could possibly be very loosely based on the story of Hector, of the Trojan Prince Hector, but very, very loosely by the looks of things. You know, there isn't any sort of direct references to it, but it could be implied, as it were. But there's a lot of fun little sort of Easter eggs in these lyrics, and they even popped up in the video, making reference to previous albums and songs by Hammerfall. So we'll go through the lyrics and I'll explain what I mean as I go. So it opens, arose from the ashes, the remains of a time set aside, the warrior of Eden, found by honour as two worlds collide. Now, found by honour as two worlds collide, that could be like the Trojans and the Greeks, I think. Yeah. It's been a while since I've read the Odyssey and the Iliad. It's been a long time. Anyway. And then it goes into a pre-chorus. On and on and on, with glory he came, he saw, he conquered. He gathered his armies, true elite squad, the Templars of Steel. They sought out the dragon, made the enemy bleed, made them kneel. Right, here comes the first sort of Easter eggs, as it were. He gathered his armies, true elite squads, the Templars of Steel. The Templars of Steel is the opening track on Hammerfall's third album, Renegade. They sought out the dragon, made the enemy bleed, made them kneel. The opening track to Hammerfall's first album is called The Dragon Lies Bleeding. Then it goes back into the pre-chorus, but an extended version of it. It says, on and on and on, a legend unbent, unbowed, unbroken. On and on and on, a story is born, a legacy reborn. And again, there's another Easter egg here. It says here, a legend unbent, unbound, unbroken. Hammerfall's fifth album was called Unbent, Unbound, Unbowed, Unbroken. And even in the video, they showed like this stone tablet, which had chapter 5, Unbent, Unbound, Unbroken, on it. Then it goes into the main chorus. Hammer high to the sky, follow the warrior and the king, call out Hector's hymn. Hammer high, amplify, hail to the warrior, call out Hector's hymn. Along came the thunder, and the hero was set to return. With hearts fueled by fire, our spirits were now set to burn. And again, more little Easter eggs in here. Along came the thunder. This is a reference to the band's fourth album, Crimson Thunder. And the hero was set to return. Hero's Return is a track off the fourth album, Crimson Thunder. And with hearts fueled by fire, Our spirits were now set to go to now burn. This is a reference to the lead single from the Crimson Thunder album, which was called Hearts on Fire. Then it goes back into that pre-chorus, on and on and on, the fire and the flame will burn forever. Still guarded by Templars, all the secrets of steel will remain, 'cause we are the keepers, and for us this is real, not a game. On and on and on, we follow his lead, we came, we conquered. On and on and on, together we fight, together we will fall. Then back into that chorus, hammer high to the sky, follow the warrior and the king, call out Hector's hymn. Hammer high, amplify, hail to the warrior, call out Hector's hymn. And then they went into that amazing instrumental break, as a lot of these bands tend to do. And again, superbly performed, excellently executed. These, I'm so jealous of like these guitarists and stuff. They make it look so effortless. I've got a guitar over there, I've got a bass guitar over there, I've even got a violin over there, and I can't play any of them for love nor bloody money. No matter how long I've spent trying to learn, I just cannot play a bloody instrument. So you watch all these guitarists and stuff that just seem to make it look so effortless, and you're like, God, damn you. Anyway, then it comes back in with the chorus, hammer high to the sky, follow the warrior and the king, call out Hector's hymn. Hammer high, amplify, hail to the warrior, call out Hector's hymn. And then there's that big explosion at the end with the rather comical image of the band flying in different directions. So it's a really good song, powerful, energetic, really gets the sort of blood pumping, gets you really sort of revved up. It's a good piece of music to listen to at a gig or at a club or whatever, something to really get you going. It's a great piece of music. And, like I said, I like power metal. I don't listen to power metal all that often, although I seem to have done 2 power metal songs on the trot now. And I don't think I've actually covered that much power metal on this channel. But anyway, yeah, a good piece of music. I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I've been asked for this one quite a lot. So, it was about time I got around to it. So, yeah, I really liked it. Good piece of music. Good video. But I don't know what else I can say about that. So I'm going to leave that as it is. Thank you all very, very much for watching. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.